Good afternoon, everyone. Well, excitement has been mounting by the minute here in the Cosmopolitan Theater all this past week. We've been in touch with Mr. Ralph Edwards of This Is Your Life fame on the coast. And because it was impossible for us to go there or for him to come here, he has given us his permission to present the life of one of the Cosmopolitans this afternoon. Now, in just a few minutes, I'll tell you which one of the Cosmopolitans you will come to know a little better. How does Kukla do that cue?
Swift & Company, makers of Pard, the high-vitamin dog food, and Pard Meal with a flavor dogs can't resist, presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Cosmopolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Well, just as I told you, Mr. Ralph Edwards has cooperated so beautifully with us and is allowing us to present the life of one of the Cosmopolitans. But, of course, secrecy is the watchword, and it's not easy to fool someone when you're as closely associated as all of us here in the Cosmopolitan Theater are. But we've resorted to what Mr. Edwards sometimes does, and that's to play a trick. And so we've set back the clocks 1/2 hour, which is the time allowed us for makeup. And in one of the dressing rooms, we have removed the makeup. And so, for that person to get the makeup and get ready for the show, we feel pretty positive that he or she will have to come to the stage looking for it.
Francis! Francis, have you seen my makeup anywhere? Francis? Have you seen my makeup?
Madam Ophelia Oglepus, this is your life.
What? Oh! No, you can't do it! You can't! No! Stop the music, Jack! No, absolutely not!
Madam Oglepus!
No! Stop the music, Jack!
Stop the music!
No! I thought this was, This Is Your Life, not Stop the Music. Oh, dear, what's happened?
Well,
No, I won't do it. I won't do it.
Come on.
Of all
now.
the dirty tricks in all the world I've ever known in my life.
Well,
really, I've never. Really, this is terrible.
Well, we didn't mean
Who
it.
turned the clocks back? What in the world is
Well,
that?
we all had a little
I
hand
won't
in
look
it.
at you, that's all. I just won't look at you.
Oh, come on now.
No, you can do somebody else's life, not mine. That's all. I'm
Oh,
through.
but please, Madam.
It's not fair, darling. It's not fair. You can't
Well-
surprise a person like that. That's not right.
But you don't depend on how you look. It's your great charm, Madam Oglepus. And this is a side of you that people have not seen before.
You bet, and they won't see it again either. Listen, Francis, darling. You were on This Is Your Life, and I realize how important the surprise element is.
Well, yes, of course it is.
But at least they told you something about meeting to go to a dinner party, so you had a chance to dress up. Now, I'm not going to be on this thing unless you give me a chance to start it over again.
Well, I don't think that's ever happened on Mr. Edwards' show, but...
Well,
Kukla, what do you think?
I think you better give her a break.
Well, don't take long, will you?
Don't worry, just a moment.
Oh, this should be wonderful.
Oh, isn't it exciting?
Well, maybe we could do, we might be able to do a commercial.
Ollie, I think it'd be very good right now, a commercial. Ollie?
Yes. Oh, this is exciting.
Yes.
I thought for a moment it was going to be me. It scared the life out of me. Oh, Jack, isn't it great?
Real exciting.
And I think it's particularly great because, last week in Janet Kern's column here in Chicago Herald-American, she had a poll of all her people who read the column. They sent in, the shows they like best and everything. And in one of the classifications, This Is Your Life was on it, and we shared it with This Is Your Life in Bishop Shields' program. Wasn't that nice?
Oh, how nice.
Isn't that great? I think that's just great.
What about the commercial?
Oh,
Yes, about the commercial.
Yes, indeed, about the commercial. Oh, may I give my own commercial for a moment?
Certainly.
I just would like to say something to our friends here in Chicago. The rumors you've been hearing are true. On February 27th, we're going to present St. George and the Dragon at the Opera House. And we're the Boston Pops Orchestra, and the tickets are on sale at the box office now, in case you'd like to go down and do it. Get on with... Oh, yes.
Yes, commercial.
Oh, you know, Fran, this, I like to talk about dogs right at a time like this. if you don't mind.
Certainly.
As a matter of fact, I've had several letters last week from dogs all around the country, particularly a Springer friend of mine from Springfield.
Naturally.
He wrote me, and several of the other dogs wrote to me on the subject of dog birthday parties. Now, people don't usually celebrate their dog's birthday, and I think they should, don't
Oh,
you?
I certainly do.
I think so. You mean have like a birthday cake?
Yes, only it'd be a bark day cake.
Everybody could sing Happy Birthday.
Yeah! That'd be great. Now, wait, now let's be serious. I know that there are several old dogs looking in right now. They're having birthday, or bark days. And I thought we might entertain them with a few games.
Well, what kind? You mean like pin the tail on the doggy or something?
Oh.
Well, no, not exactly that. I think we ought to do it a little bit later. I have a very special game already, and a few kids will come back a little bit later, and a few dogs just stay there, because this is going to be fun for you. Could we do a little later?
Well, I don't see why not.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo! I'm ready now.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Fine, you start it all over again.
All right. On with the show, then. Madam Ophelia Oglepus,
Yes?
this is your life.
Oh,
Now sit
what
right
a
there.
surprise!
Now sit there and be very comfortable.
Yes.
Oh, Madam Ophelia Oglepus, great artist and inspiration to others. Your life has been a full one. You have passed by many opportunities for personal gain and your own happiness in your devotion to the arts. But let us go back just a few years.
No!
Oh.
Where did you get that picture?
That's our little secret.
No!
Your first personal appearance. The annual reunion and picnic of the New Ashmolean Marching Society.
Francis, this is
You sang Would I Were a Tender Apple Blossom.
No, yes.
Oh, do you remember?
No, but it was lovely.
Well, your activities were wide and varied in your girlhood years. Not only were you
Why
active...
don't we skip over the girlhood and get on to the mature life?
Oh, I want people to know you.
Francis, you're
Surely
just
know
getting
you.
even. That's all you're doing.
I don't see how you can say
All
that.
right, go on. It's perfectly all right.
Your activities were wide and varied. Not only were you a leader in the declamatory contests and in lead singer for the girls' Aeolian Whispering Choir,
Oh.
but sports figured very widely
No!
in your lives.
Where on earth did you get that horrible picture?
Ah,
Oh, I thought I destroyed that. I really did.
your great charm was apparent even then. And even then, you had many decisions you were called on to make, for your suitors were many. And the first decision centered around a young athlete.
Ophelia worked on, well, she was captain of the soccer league, and I was junior captain of the men's croquet league. We didn't have a chance to go to the dances together because she was always a little older than I, and I was bashful.
You recognize that voice from
No,
your
I
past?
don't, quite frankly.
Come. Come and take your place in the present.
Ophelia was always a leader. We looked to her for leadership, we of the younger set.
Oh, it's been a horrible mistake.
And Ophelia, my dear.
I'm Ophelia.
Sir, I'm terribly...
I've never seen this man before in my life.
Well, neither have
I think it's a dirty, rotten trick.
I didn't... sir, I think you...
Where shall I sit?
Sit?
Yes, isn't this a Life Begins at 80 program?
Oh, no.
Were you speaking about Ophelia?
Why don't...
No, Ophelia Snoops. She's an old friend of mine.
Well, why don't you go right through that door there, sir, and there'll be a page boy who'll be happy to show you the way to
This
go home.
way.
This way.
That's right. Dear.
Better get started pretty soon, I can tell you that.
Now we move on a little in your past. It was the World's Fair. The World's Fair. And you were the leader in the Seaside Follies.
World's Fair? Just a moment! Hold it! Hold it! Just a moment. Come back to me, please, will you please? Now, just a moment, Francis. Just so happens that you got the wrong World's Fair.
That's the most recent one we had music. That's not right.
That was in 1906.
Shall we move on?
Something like that. Francis, it wasn't the World's Fair. We did the Seaside Follies anyway. It was during the war.
Oh, during the war?
Yes.
A war was on.
Yes. And I was in a... All right! Cut it!
Try another war, Jack.
Really, I don't understand.
Are we...
Pick someone else.
Jack, I didn't say... I just said battle music. I didn't want you...
Francis, I don't know why, since we're going to do this. Now, Mr. Edwards checks his facts very well.
Well, I...
Why do we have to get them garbled for me, of all things? I first met Madame Oglepuss when she was singing at a concert. How I loved her voice.
Do you recognize that voice?
Why,
from your past?
that's Kukla. Madame Oglepuss. Remember, Madame Oglepuss, when you first joined our Cosmopolitan troupe? Oh, how proud we were to have you beside us. With your great voice and your dashing good looks. You were a handsome sight, and you still are. Oh, thank you. You remember the time when we used to play shows at different departments? Now, please. And you doubled in the elevator? No, please. Really, let's. Why don't we just get this whole thing a little bit straightened out before we go on any further?
Well, all right, Madam Oglepuss.
It's not going very well, is it?
Fletcher didn't coordinate too well.
Is Fletcher in this thing at all?
No, but he got together some of the facts.
I'm glad it wasn't me, but I don't suppose you could find out much about my past.
Well,
I don't remember much about it myself.
I just prefer to think of you for a long time in the future. Let's forget about the past.
I kind of think of myself as a funny thing, Fran. But I think of myself as always being kind of like I am. I suppose if you were doing my life and showed baby pictures, I suppose I'd look just the same, because I don't ever remember being a baby.
Yes, look either like you do or like Mr. Churchill, like all babies.
I don't know where I came from. Out of the nowhere into the here. That's where you came from, Buster.
Dear.
Dear. What's happening? What's wrong with it?
Well, we have our facts a little wrong, and I really should go and get them arranged.
They're a little garbled.
They really are.
I told you to check those things. Fletcher Rabbit is all mixed up. Really. And even if they are true, she wouldn't admit to those pictures. You know that. You didn't tell her where you got them yet, did you?
Certainly didn't.
Don't do that. That'd be terrible.
I won't.
Well, listen, I was thinking maybe it would be a good idea for me to, maybe we could play that game right now while she's kind of adjusting herself. Maybe Fletcher could kind of get the facts straight.
All right, well, what's the game?
Which game?
For the dogs.
Oh, sure, that's fine. Whatever you like.
Well, here's the thing I thought we'd do. I thought we'd play charades.
Oh, well, I love charades.
I like charades, too.
Well, all right, fine. Now, I'll do the charades, and you kids, you guess, see?
Mm-hmm.
And now you dogs at home, you watch this carefully. As a matter of fact, just to tell you how to do this for your happy birthday day, I think it'd be fun if I told you what the charade was in advance and see how clever these people are. So I'll tell you in dog language. It's... Oh! 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 Got that? Good one, huh? Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
How many words? 4 words. Okay. You gonna do the first word? Okay.
It's just like Trigger. He always stands with the
Yes, he does. The first word you're doing. Sniff. Smell. Stuck up.
Wiggle. No, you people are way
You make
off.
it so hard.
Oh, Freddie. What wears a dog collar and sniffs?
Dogs?
That's right.
Dog. Dog, the first word.
Why did I think of that?
Okay, now.
Second word.
Stop
Kiss.
that!
Kiss.
No.
Swoon. Dog swoon.
No.
Romeo!
No!
Love? Love? Dogs love?
Yeah.
Dogs love.
Yeah.
Third word. To eat. Dogs love to eat.
Gobble!
Food. Dogs love food.
No. Honestly, you people, wait just a moment.
Oh, dogs love.
Oh!
Oh, pard. Dogs love pard. No?
Well, I mean, yes, dogs love pard, but that's not all the charade.
Cold. Dogs love pard cold. Pard burger.
Yeah!
Dogs love pard burger.
Honestly,
Oh.
why in the world couldn't you kids get that? Really?
Slow.
Well, you dogs at home, you see how slow they are? Well, we were just having fun, really, but don't you people forget, dogs do love pard. The pard burger, as they call it, and that's no fooling. In fact, dogs love pard better than anything else, even red raw meat. According to every dog I've talked to, that is, Kukla. Swift knows the secret. Yes, sir. Thank you, Kukla. They put into pard everything a dog craves. Nourishing, yummy beef fats and beef variety meats, plus everything a dog needs. Essential foods, extra vitamins, and... Fran, here's another charade. What's it?
A mopey dog who doesn't get pard.
Right. So if your dog is moping around the house and doesn't seem very interested in eating, just try pard. Watch him click up his heels, all four of them, and lick up every morsel. He'll take a new leash on life. Remember, look for the bright red and white cans of pard at your grocer's tomorrow. And for my sake, no, for your dog's sake, get plenty of pard and feed it regularly. Thank you. Okay, on with the show.
All right. Yes, Madam Ophelia Oglepus, this is your life.
If you've got it straight, okay.
During your career, there have been many men who have paid court to you. But during your years, you have known many wonderful women. Women who have come to love you, too.
Yes! I love Ophelia like a sister. I went through that horrible mess with her when she was engaged to the Colonel and did not get married. Yes, she was a brick through the whole ugly mess.
Do you recognize that voice?
Well, I'd have to be crazy if I didn't. That's Buelah Witch. Ophelia!
No, Buelah.
What? Ophelia!
Here, dear.
Oh, Ophelia! Ophelia, my dear, sweet childhood companion, my girl chum. I'm so happy to see you. Remember the time when we were in the hurricane and your hair...
You're just going to remember the pleasant things.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh, Ophelia, it was quite a time. Yes, I remember. I was so happy during that time when I was your matron of honor, or your maid of honor, I guess
Yes,
it was.
yes.
We were getting ready for the wedding when you were going to marry Colonel Cracky. Oh, I was so glad. Finally, we stopped embroidering the whole alphabet on all those things and just, stuck to his and hers. It was so nice. Oh, that was beautiful. And what a classic romance. You gave up romance for your career, didn't you?
Many times.
Yes, many times, but that perhaps was the most poignant time.
Yes, poignant is the word for it. As a matter of fact, you know, Miss Allison, that marriage, or the marriage that didn't go off between the Colonel and Ophelia, was a classic one, and that they, people all over are singing the song about that. It's become a sort of folk tune.
Oh, yes, it's recorded in Song and Story.
Yes, the Colonel and Ophelia. I remember it so,
Yes.
so well.
There once was a colonel, so handsome and bold, whose great deeds of daring have oft been retold. He met a fine lady, Ophelia by name, and she said his poor heart a flame. The Colonel and Ophelia, hoo-hoo, Ophelia and the Colonel, hoo-hoo, they promised each other their undying love eternal.
Although he was happy with his bachelor life, the Colonel decided he needed a wife. He made his proposal, and she did agree to join with the Colonel in matrimony.
They made all their plans for a wedding so grand, and quicker than lightning the day was at hand. Each person invited made sure they were there, for they loved the Colonel and his lady fair. The Colonel and Ophelia, hoo-hoo, Ophelia and the Colonel, hoo-hoo, they promised each other their undying love eternal.
And the wedding march started, then there was a pause. Some girls started singing the verse to because. When she finally finished, a hush filled the room, for there was no trace of the bride and the groom.
2 notes were discovered from him and from her. 2 both remained single, they each would prefer. The wedding was canceled, the story now ends. Though once they were sweethearts, they now are just friends. The Colonel and Ophelia, hoo-hoo, Ophelia and the Colonel, hoo-hoo, they promised each other their undying love eternal.
Well, how's that, huh? Pretty good, huh?
Such a message.
Yes, it was. Well, I'll go and take my place in your
Oh,
class.
yes, do take your place, and Madam will be
Pardon me.
fast. Now, of the many gentlemen who have sought your favor throughout the years, there is one today who would pay you his own special tribute. See if you recognize this voice.
Hey, could you folks tell me which way there is a rehearsal for Hawkins Falls, and I thought perhaps I could...
I'm so sorry, sir. If you go right through that door...
Oh, this...
No, that's the same door. This gentleman would pay you his own tribute. See if you...
Ophelia, my love. Ophelia, the days I spent with you, the happy, glorious days I spent with you, are the happiest and the most wonderful days of my entire life. I'd just like to say to you now that no matter what happened, no matter how the marriage, well, no matter how it didn't happen, really, I will always love you and think of you during that time as my love and my sweet.
Colonel, if I may say so, looking back, those days before the wedding that didn't take place, they were really the very happiest days of my life. I wake up and sigh each morning, happy the night's gone by. I wake up and pray each morning, I pray that the day will fly. And then I sit back and smile and dream of the day when I'll be standing by your side, my love, the happiest day of my life. Oh, my heart will swell with pride, my love, the happiest day in a lifetime. Then as the last words are spoken, the and you will see it will be for a lifetime. The happiest day of my life, the happiest day of my life.
Yes, Madam Oglepus, your life has been a wonderful one. And now we're going to have a chance to meet all your old friends in just a few minutes through the courtesy of Paul Puckenslagel's Happy Tours. We will take a bus to the Ambassador East, and there we will all meet in the Sarah Siddons Walk, and we can relive all these wonderful memories.
Oh, Francis, my dear, may I make one more last tribute to Ophelia? That is,
Indeed.
one more last one on this show. In the new Cosmopolitan, my dear, John Whitcomb has listed his favorite Valentines. You know that wonderful illustrator?
Oh,
and
yes.
he has said such beautiful words that I want you to read them. And I want you to know that he may call you his Valentine, but no matter where our paths may lead us, you would be my Valentine.
Isn't that? Oh, are you happy?
I don't know. I think I made a dreadful mistake.
Do you?
I think I goofed somewhere along the line. I'm happy, Francis, but...
Well, get your wrap, and I'll meet you in
I
just a
wonder
few
who's
minutes.
going to take me to the party tonight.
Could someone tell me the way to the Paul Puckenslager?
Yes, this way.
Well, through the right door at last.
Fran?
Yes.
Franny? How did it go? Was it all right?
Oh, I thought it was wonderful.
And we'll look at a Kinney of this show later tonight. won't we?
Yes.
Well, I'm singing her a whole case of pard.
Oh, how nice.
Because remember,
People call it pard.
but dogs call it pard burger.
Take the Kuklapolitan's word for it. Pard is the finest dog food you can feed. A juicy, nourishing blend of beef variety meats, beef fat, and other essential foods, plus the extra vitamins and minerals a dog needs. A complete dinner, so good dogs call it Pard Burger. And for those who prefer a dry-type dog food, Swift makes wonderful new Pard Meal with a flavor dogs can't resist. Pard Meal has more meat fat for greater nutrition and better flavor than any other dry-type dog food. Dry-type or canned, be sure it's Pard. As Madam Oglepus says,
Anything else is unpardonable.
Madam Oglepus, there is another gentleman who has played a most important part in your past and will continue to figure very importantly in your future. Burr Tillstrom.
Madam Oglepus, just want you to know that wherever you are in the paths of life, I will be standing back of you, and you can always count on me to lend you a helping hand.
Well, Madam Oglepus, this is your life. We'll give it back to you. And you may have wondered where we got the pictures we showed. Burr.
the musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Buelah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is Tom Bowles. Kukla, Fran and Ollie is brought to you from Chicago by Pard, trademark for Swift & Company's dog food.